New York City, a city of dreams, a city of towers. Its skyline, a jagged silhouette against the Atlantic horizon, is instantly recognizable. From the Empire State Building's Art Deco spire to the sleek glass facade of One World Trade Center, each building whispers tales of bygone eras and audacious dreams. The early 20th century saw New York locked in a race skyward. The invention of the elevator and new steel framing techniques allowed architects to push the boundaries of what was possible. Buildings climbed higher and higher, transforming the city into a forest of masonry and ambition. Each new skyscraper was a symbol of progress, a monument to human ingenuity, and a testament to New York's unwavering belief in its own future. From the Beaux Arts grandeur of the Woolworth Building to the sleek minimalism of the Seagram Building, each era has left its mark on the city's skyline. At the dawn of the 20th century, New York was a city in the throes of transformation. The Industrial Revolution had brought unprecedented economic growth and a surge in population. The city was bursting at the seams, and the only way to build was up. Architects, inspired by new technologies, embraced the challenge, giving birth to the skyscraper. The Woolworth Building, completed in 1913, exemplified this early skyscraper ambition. The Roaring Twenties ushered in an era of exuberance and prosperity, reflected in the Art Deco style that came to define the city's skyline. Buildings like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building embodied the optimism and dynamism of the Jazz Age. These were more than just buildings. They were symbols of American ingenuity and the pursuit of the American dream. But the exuberance of the Art Deco era was followed by the stark realities of the Great Depression and World War II. The international style, with its emphasis on simplicity, functionality, and the use of new materials like glass and steel, emerged as a dominant force in the post-war years. The Art Deco movement, with its emphasis on geometric patterns, rich ornamentation, and luxurious materials, found a perfect canvas in New York's skyscrapers. The Chrysler Building, completed in 1930, became an instant icon, its gleaming stainless steel spire a symbol of the city's ambition and optimism. Following World War II, the international style, with its emphasis on functionality and minimalism, swept across the globe, leaving its mark on New York's skyline. The Seagram Building, designed by Mies van der Rohe and completed in 1959, epitomized this new aesthetic. Its sleek bronze and glass facade, devoid of ornamentation, represented a radical departure from the ornate styles of the past. The Lever House, completed in 1952, was another landmark of the international style. Its innovative curtain wall construction, which allowed for floor-to-ceiling windows, offered breathtaking views of the city and flooded the building with natural light. The international style's dominance, however, was not without its critics. Some argued that its minimalist aesthetic lacked the warmth and character of earlier styles, creating a sense of sterility in the urban landscape. Section 4. The Rise of Modernism. The post-war years saw the rise of modernism, a movement that sought to break from traditional architectural styles and embrace new technologies and materials. Architects like Le Corbusier and Frank Lloyd Wright championed this new approach, emphasizing functionality, simplicity, and a rejection of ornamentation. In New York, this translated into towering structures like the United Nations Secretariat Building, completed in 1952, which embodied the ideals of international cooperation and progress. Another influential figure in the modernist movement was Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, whose less is more philosophy resonated deeply in New York's architectural landscape. His Seagram Building, a minimalist masterpiece sheathed in bronze and glass, set a new standard for corporate architecture, influencing countless skyscrapers that followed. However, by the 1970s, modernism began to face criticism for its perceived coldness and uniformity, leading to a backlash and the emergence of postmodernism. Section 5. Postmodernism and beyond. Postmodernism emerged in the late 20th century as a reaction against the perceived austerity and uniformity of modernism. Architects like Philip Johnson and Michael Graves challenged the prevailing minimalist aesthetic, reintroducing elements of ornament, historical reference, and playful irony into their designs. The AT&T building, with its controversial Chippendale-inspired top, became a symbol of this new architectural direction. Postmodernism brought with it a renewed interest in context and history. Architects began to incorporate elements of surrounding buildings and the city's architectural heritage into their designs. This led to a more eclectic and diverse cityscape, with buildings that celebrated their unique contexts while pushing the boundaries of architectural expression. Section 6. Reflections in glass and steel. New York City's skyline is not a static entity, it is a living, breathing testament to the city's ever-evolving spirit. From the aspirational heights of the early skyscrapers to the sleek modernity of the international style and the playful eclecticism of postmodernism, each era has left its indelible mark on the city's architectural fabric. As we look to the future, one wonders what new architectural marvels will grace New York's skyline. One thing is certain: New York City's skyline will continue to captivate and inspire, reflecting the city's unwavering ambition, its cultural dynamism, and its enduring capacity to reinvent itself.